Ladies and gentlemen, I welcome you all to Shito's Mathematics Coaching Program. By the special grace of God, I'll be dropping some videos in the benefit of our students in secondary schools, most especially those that are planning to write their final year exams in a due time. The purpose of my action is I have discovered that majority of our students are failing mathematics. Whenever they write exams, they fail. Whenever they write mathematics exam, they fail, and not because they are not brilliant or they are not intelligent, but they don't have the solid foundation in the field of mathematics. So now I'm here today to encourage and at the same time to draw our mind back to the field of mathematics, to let you know that mathematics is not hard. It just requires some strategies to follow. By doing that, I will encourage you first, if you actually want to be in this field of mathematics, so you actually need to get yourself, number one, you actually need to get yourself a tutor. A teacher, somebody that is expert on the field, that knows in and out about what we call mathematics. So it's the only person that can train you, it's the only person that can drill you, it's the only person that can take you to the field, because he has been in that field so many times. So I will encourage you, while doing that, you try to put all your mind, your interest, your focus, and at the same time you be a student that will be dedicated him or herself in the field of mathematics. That is, you dedicate your time, you solve many problems, because that's what makes you a mathematician. Because if you are a mathematician and you cannot solve a problem, you cannot solve many problems, you search for problems, you look for exercises in many textbooks, so that you know, that will justify that actually you are a mathematician, because anywhere you meet yourself, you can encounter many problems. So that's why you are a problem solver. You don't restrict yourself on the examples your teacher gave you in the class. You go extra mile on your own, so that you see some hidden things, the abstract things in mathematics. So by doing that, the inspiration will come your way, and you find the simplicity in mathematics. So by the way, I will start. I will start by picking one of the major topics that is commonly come out in our exams, and the topic is indices. But I'm not taking it from the root. So I will be taking it from the exponential equations, because the problems on exponential equations are the ones that students are finding more difficult to solve. So today we talk about exponential equations and the three ways the exponential equation leads to. So now today we want to talk about exponential equation. So now I will not waste much of our time. So I would like to give us a definition of exponential equation. Is an equation where our variables are found to be exponents. Like we have a to power x equals to b to power y. So a to power x equals to b to power y. So this is an equation. The reason why this is an equation is because it involves this equality sign. So by doing that, so you find that a and b here, because the first expression and the second expression, the first expression in the left hand side and the second expression in the right hand side, they are in index form. So we call a base, y we call x exponent or power. So same thing happened to the right hand side of this equation. So b is what is the base, y is also what is also a power. So we can see that we have our variables to be what to be exponents here. So by doing that, you can see that this is called an exponential equation now. So now we have three ways that these exponential equations lead to. So exponential equation leading to linear equation, exponential equations also leads to quadratic equation, and exponential equation also leads to uh, simultaneous equations. So by doing that, so we start from the first one, and this is the simplest one, the one that leads to linear equation. So let's have one examples to solve. Solve 2 2x 2 to power x equals to 16 to power 3x, or let's say 16 to power x. So now this is very simple. So what we are going to do here is that this is what we call exponential equation, because if you see this equation very well, you see that our exponents, our power, our variable are found to be what to be an exponent here, because power is in the position of what our x is in the position of power here. So therefore we make sure that we express the two sides in such a way that we have the least common base. That's the least common base, that is, we have base 2 here, we have base 16 here. Definitely we try to write this 16 in base 2, that is in index form. So we have this 2x equals to 2 raised to power 4. They give us what? We give us 16 to power x. So by doing that, so we continue by 2x equals to 2. From the law of indices, you can see this 4, we multiply this x. So we have 2 raised to power 4 times x, we have 4x. By doing this, we can see that we now have what? We have the base we have the base to be what? To be the same. So now that by doing that, automatically, if the bases are now equal, automatically our power are said to be equal. So from doing that, so we have 4x minus 2x equals to 0. 4x minus 2x equals to 0. So from here we have what? We have 2x to be equals to 0, because 4x minus 2x is this. So automatically our solution will be 2x divided by 2 equals to 0 divided by 2. Then these two, we cancel these two, we have x to be equals to what? 0. Therefore our possible value of x is what? Is equal to 0. Is equal to 0. So now you don't have to wait for your teacher or for your examiner to tell you your score before you can confirm it whether you are right or not. So let's bring this value we got. So we put it back into the given equation. So put x equals to 0 in 2x equals to 16x. Then put the value of 0. We have 2, 0 equals to 16, 0. So now from here, 2 times 0 is what? Is 0. So we have 2 raised to power 0, and we have what? 16 raised to power 0. Then from the law of indices, any number raised to power 0 will be 1. 16 raised to power 0 is also 1. You can see that the left hand side is equal to the right hand side. And that is what brought the idea of equation. That is, the left hand side will always what? Equal to the right hand side. So this is what? This is the solution of this exponential equation. So, and you can see how simple it is. So as I said earlier, it is the simple one we can have, that is the exponential equations that lead to linear equation. And why is it a linear equation? Because if you look at this equation here, if you look at this equation here, you can see that the power of s, the degree of s, what is ordinary 1. That is, the power of s here is what is 1. That is why it is linear. And you see that since the power of 1, the power of s is 1 here, the value we got for the value of s is also what is also a value. That is one value, because it is linear. So I want you to be following me, so that all these problems of I don't know mathematics, I don't know how it comes, I just don't like it, so you try to do away with it. Understand? So you try to be following me so that we can attain the simplicity in mathematics together. So I would like to stop here for today. So in the next video that I'll be dropping, so we start from where we stopped. Good day.